All right. Summer 2026 is officially the busiest buying season we've seen in 3 years. Buyers are back, demand is surging, and the market is moving fast. Now, if you caught my last video, we talked about the market freezing. So let me clear this up because both things are true. Closings lagged. That's where you saw those headlines about not a 9-month low, but the contracts being signed right now just hit multi-year highs. The freeze is thawing, and it's thawing fast. And here's the thing nobody is telling you. The rules have completely changed. I'm Steven Rivera. I run a real estate team out here on Long Island. And right now, I'm watching buyers make the same mistake over and over. They're walking into this summer market with last year's playbook, and they're losing. Losing homes, losing money, or sitting frozen on the sidelines while everyone else moves. So in this video, I'm gonna show you 3 things that what's actually happening with supply and demand this summer. Why affordability is quietly getting better, even with rates where they're at, and the exact playbook to win an offer this summer without waiving your inspection or blowing your budget. If you're planning to buy this summer, stay with me. This is the push you've been waiting for. All right, let's start with what's actually happening in the market because this is the part that changes everything. First is supply. Inventory is tightening again. We're approaching negative year-over-year levels, which means there are fewer homes on the market right now than there were at this time last year. Not more, fewer. Now here's the other side of it, demand. Pending home sales, meaning the contracts actually being signed right now, just hit multi-year highs. Buyers are not waiting around. They're out there, they're serious, and they're writing offers. All right, so put those 2 things together, fewer homes, more buyers, that's the squeeze. And what it means for you is simple. Competition is back. Multiple offer situations are back. The days of casually scrolling listings for 3 months and lowballing a tired seller, that's over for the summer. This is not a market where you wait. This is a market where the prepared buyer wins every time, and the one who hesitates, watches the home they wanted go to someone else. Now here's the part the headlines completely miss, and it's actually good news. Wages are now outpacing home prices for the first time in years. The amount of money people are earning is growing faster than the price of homes. And that means affordability is quietly improving, even though rates are still elevated. Think about that. Everyone is fixated on interest rates, but while they're staring at rates, the underlying math is actually shifting in your favor. Your paycheck is catching up to home prices. That's a window, and windows don't stay open forever. Let's be real, especially heading into a hot summer with this much demand. So the headlines say wait. The data says that this is your moment if you know how to compete. All right, so the market is competitive. How do you actually win without doing something reckless like waiving your inspection or overpaying out of fear? Here are the 3 tools I'm using with my clients right now. Number 1, the escalation clause. First is this one is very, very, very important. This is how you win a bidding war without actually overpaying. And here's how it works. Let's say you offer $850,000. With an escalation clause, you tell the seller you will automatically beat any competing offer by, say, $5,000 up to a hard cap. Let's say your cap is $885,000. So if another buyer comes in higher, your offer climbs to beat them, but only up to your limit. You never pay more than you actually have to, and you never go past the number that you're comfortable with. You compete aggressively and stay protected at the same time. That's a ninja tip. Strategy 2, the appraisal gap. This is the one that wins competitive deals in a market where prices are climbing. Here's the problem it solves. When you offer a certain price, there's a risk that the home appraises for less than you agreed to pay. And when that happens, the deal could fall apart because your lender only lends on the appraised value at the end of the day. So you get ahead of it. You tell the seller, if this home appraises low, I will cover the gap up to a set amount. For example, you agree to cover up to $25,000 of out of pocket if the appraisal comes in under. Now the seller looks at your offer and sees certainty. They see a buyer who isn't going to walk away from it over an appraisal. That makes your offer dramatically stronger, and you set the limit. You stay in control. Strategy 3. This is the one that lets you compete hard without flying blind. Use your inspection the right way, up front. Remember, here in New York, you do your inspection before contracts are actually signed, not after. So the move this summer is to inspect thoroughly and fast the moment you're serious about a home. Bring in a great inspector right away. Have the relationship beforehand for a few $100 and really understand the condition of the house before you sign. Why does that win? Because it lets you commit with total confidence. You're not making the seller wait while you figure out whether there's a problem. You already know. So you can sign it quickly, you can sign contracts quickly and cleanly. And you're not coming back to nickel and dime them over every little finding, every little GFCI that doesn't work. That's the move. That's the signal sellers love in a competitive market. A buyer who's done their homework, knows exactly what they're buying, and is ready to close. Strong and safe. That's the whole game this summer. All right, so let's bring it home. This summer's busy. It's competitive, inventory's tight, demand is strong, but affordability is quietly improving. And there is a real smart way to win without taking crazy risks or wrecking your budget. The buyers who go in this summer with a strategy, escalation clauses, appraisal gap, coverage, a thorough inspection done up front, those are the buyers who are going to end up in the home they have actually wanted. The other ones who wing it or wait are going to spend another year on the sidelines watching prices and competition climb. Don't be that buyer. Just be ready. And to make this easy, I put together our 2026 Summer Buyer Prep Checklist. It walks you through everything you need to know and everything you need to have lined up before you start making offers this season. If you want it, just DM me the word Summer Ready on Instagram or drop Summer Ready in the comments below and I'll send it straight to you. And if this helped, do me a favor and hit subscribe. I break down what's actually happening in our local market here on Long Island every single week, not just the national headlines. I'll see you on the next one. Can't wait.